Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for July the 17th, 2024. I had to go look at the date. Good morning, Tess.
Good morning, Mom.
How are ya? Ooh, I have spacey damage. I have space damage today. Woo! Let's see what else I got. The other account has Iconian TFO. Oh, joy. Terran ships. Oh, joy. I got a lot of spacey stuff going on here. Yay. This could be a good day. Id was awake. I don't know if he's going to be joining us or not. Let's see who's around today. We have got Chris. We have got Stargate Wars. We got me. We got more me. We have got Rachel. Lots of people are around today. Yay. That's good enough there. So we have been sending out some of the fleet party prizes. So if you are in the fleet, Starfleet Strike Group or Klingon Strike Group, you should have gotten a party favor. And if you didn't, let me know. If you didn't, check your mailbox, because a lot of you people haven't cleaned out your mailboxes. Naughty.
I got a cool kit for participating in your event this week, man.
We try to send out prizes. And it's also a great way to clear out the fleet bank. But in doing that, I went through some of my email where I've been stashing stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got all this stuff in here stashed. So now I'm going to slowly put it all back into the fleet bank. So we've got prizes for the next party. And good morning, Chris. Let's see. I think the ship has AP damage. This ship has AP damage, but I need 500,000 in Tetran. That's okay. Oh no, that'll force me to do 2 events. The horror. The horror. What have you got for today, Tess? And you can't tell me you've got them all done. It's only been up for 3 minutes.
I entered the tailor, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I should go. I should go to the tailor. I don't think I like this purple and pink. It's okay, but I'm wondering, can I change to my hula shirt? Or maybe I just need a different color. Modify. There we go. Turn around. Let's see. Maybe we go something green? Dark green? Yeah, it's not an attractive dark green. Wow. The dark greens they've got are seriously unattractive. How can we have that many shades of unattractive dark green? And what do we want for the top? Maybe we want dark green for the top. No, back.
I got WinGPL, complete board TFOs, Sanketi ground.
That's not bad. Let's see. I need beachwear separates. No, that's not a good look. We'll go back to our beachwear set. Oh, how did it default to this ugly color? Ugh. There, we'll go with neon green. We will stand out. Wow, that's bright. Yes, we'll stick with that one. Good morning, Esvon! Chris has shields in space, 1 Borg TFO, and phasers ground. Well, we could do shields in space and Borg TFO. You said you had a Borg TFO, didn't you, Tess?
Yeah.
Let me do some party invites here. Let me sneeze. we have over on the other account today? Yep, not that one, that one. Iconian TFO and Terran chips. Nope, we can do that later. All right, well, we need a Borg TFO. Do we have a preference?
Or disconnected?
Good morning. Borg disconnected?
Or should we do a short one since it's...
Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, I just got the sneezes this morning. Oh, okay. Typical morning. There's coffee. Thank you, Chris. Yes, the sneezes are vicious this morning. Borg disconnected wouldn't be my first choice. If we're going to do Borg disconnected, then I need to get into a different
I
ship.
was joking. It's an exceptional long TFO. That's the only reason I chose it.
Well, does guillotine count these days?
That's a long one?
Should do.
Well, it's not long, but I mean, I can do a short one for my AP damage because it's only 50,000. My Tetrion is 500,000. I'm going to grab a different ship for that one. So how about we start with you've got a Borg TFO. Do you have space damage?
No space damage.
Oh, so just a Borg TFO. Fine. We could do 2 things. I know it's a concept. Stargate Wars, you want to join us?
Corgi
I guess I can.
And Sun is here. Hi, Sun.
Well, that's me finished booking a couple hours ago. The relocating my internet connection to the new house.
Yeah, I have to do some adjustments here. Looks like we're going to kind of be, everything's kind of where it's going to be for a while, so I have my internet cables going across the middle of the hallway, because it's the only way short of adding another 30 feet of cable, which I don't want to do.
I'll have to figure out how I'm getting the internet line to my bedroom.
Has anyone seen the new season of The Boys?
No, I have not. 8 more days. Let's see. 7 more days. 7 more days and I get my life back.
You get your life, huh?
Yeah, last day of working full-time is next Thursday.
Yeah.
So as it stands, I've been trying to do a whole bunch of projects to try and get them a little bit more wrapped. So I don't wind up doing still 40 hours a week just doing it from the house. Though admittedly, I can get more done in 40 hours from the house than I can from 40 hours in the office. Why? Oh, hang on. My keyboard is underneath something. I guess I'll leave my keyboard where it is. All right. So for a medium-ish one, you want to do like an ISA? Or an ISE?
Yeah.
And then we can take on something a little bit longer, and I'll switch over to a different ship. Wee woo?
I didn't get any wee-woo.
Okay. That's weird, Taz. You're in the party. You're in the party.
Yes, why didn't I get the wee-woo?
I don't know.
Does your are you using push to talk?
No, I have an open microphone, but I have it very controlled.
It's not going to let me clear the queue, so. It's weird. You're in the private party and you're in the regular task force.
So I should be joining it, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I declined because you hadn't gotten it. But it's not letting me clear, which means somebody accepted. Bye, guys. Somebody's off to go have a party. Let's see if we can do that again.
That is strange. My TFO icon started flashing. I opened it and it was clear.
Oh, well, let me re-queue it.
Chris isn't the only one.
Well, let's see if we can do this again.
Because I'm still getting TFO loading.
I'll wait for you guys to finish out of there, and then we'll try something else again. Okay, so it's just me and Taz who aren't in there. Have fun! Taz, I'm going to leave this team. I'm going to go grab my other ship.
Yeah.
And then we can do something bigger like guillotine.
Well, there's only 3 of us in here.
Yeah, because Taz didn't get it, and I didn't accept because I was waiting to see if Taz got it. So that's okay. No worries. You guys go slaughter those things.
It's gonna hurt like hell, though.
Oh, yeah. Not your fault, but... Alrighty. Don't know why Taz didn't get it, but... Yeah, I was giving us Elite, Chris, just to have some fun. Because, I'm looking at who's there. We could handle Elite.
And then half the team doesn't get in. What the?
Hopefully anybody who queues for Elite is smart enough to know whether or not their ship should be doing Elite. Speaking of, let's throw a AP weapon on here. That's interesting. There. As Vaughn says, there's always more than enough people to go fight the Borg. What was the old commercial? What was the Jello catchphrase? There's always room for Jello. There's always room for Borgies.
Corgis.
Corgis and Borgies. That would be a good show. It would be a Star Trek and a dog maintenance show.
Yeah.
So Id was asking me this morning before the coffee had hit the bloodstream, before I'd even brewed the coffee, if there was a dog-themed Star Trek species.
No. There's cat-themed, but not dog-themed.
There's dogs.
Imagine the wet dog smell. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's lots of references to dogs as animals, but not like dog species. Okay. There is actually a page of species that are canine characteristics. They're the Aruri, the Antikins, the Ariantus, the Baldock, the Children of Santara, the Fenrisal, the Grabansters, and the Varkalax. The Antikins... Oh, yeah, the Antikins. That was in the episode that Id was talking about earlier. I want to say it's Manhunt, but I could be wrong about that one. Excuse me, Lonely Among Us. There's a reference to them. And I think that's one of 2 that are actually pictured. The Fenrisals. Who look exactly like Breen because they're cloaked.
But those are more cat-like, I think.
No, not the Ferasans. These are Fenrisals, like in the Fenris Rangers.
Yeah, okay.
Golden colored thick fur, thick and dexterous paw-like hands, but it's just a description, no appearance, more wolf-like. As Fawn, I got to meet Kate Mulgrew at the Gaze in Space convention. I wasn't impressed.
For me, it was Las Vegas 2012.
Well, our table was right next to the entrance to the hall where they were doing some of the panels, so she would come by our table and just kind of do this thing. And
Yeah, she was focused on, for my thing, getting her autographs and going to her dinner.
Yeah,
For
us it
with
seems
whoever she was going with.
It seems for us that she was more focused on getting to the panel, which is fine. But if you're gonna stop by the table, at least say hi. Who is Iborg? Somebody in the party marked as Iborg.
Iborg is my companion.
Okay, that's why we're down there. That makes some sense. All right, let me invite people. Got Taz, got Stargate Wars. Chris, I sent you an invitation. Son, I sent you an invitation. Well, Esfon, I hope you have a wonderful time meeting her. Doing the conventions, we've met a bajillion people, and 99.999% of the talent have been lovely. Especially if you talk about something that's not Star Trek. Oh, Son's logged off. Let's see if he logs back on.
Oh, I still use my picture with Picardo though for most of my pictures.
Well, it looks like Sun has not come back on, so I'm going to go ahead and queue us up for Guillotine.
That's the hard drive on its way, the replacement hard drive on its way here should be possibly here in about 2 to 4 hours.
Oh, nice. Nice. So, Esfon, every time we go to a convention when we're doing booths, we get to chat with people at, not about the shows and stuff. It's their hobbies, their pastimes, what we're doing, our hobbies, our pastimes, families, kids, dogs, art, whatever. And we get to have some really fun conversations. So if you get the chance to talk about something that's not Star Trek related, you tend to get better conversations going. Or it can be like that wonderful morning when we're sitting in Starbucks after the Klingon karaoke, and we're just drinking coffee because we're dead, and J.G. Hertzler and his wife are just sitting in the table next to us, just drinking coffee. No one's saying anything because, ouch. Oh, Chris, you're absolutely right. And it's very hard to constantly be on, especially at something like Gaze in Space, where there was a lot of political stuff going on that was kind of messing up the group. It looks like they've come back together, but when you get infighting at a convention with the people who are running it, it's hard.
How did that happen?
At a convention, there's always infighting going on. This group wants to do this, that group wants to do that, somebody wants to do a third thing, and it damages the structure. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
Weeboo. Oh, Esfon, we're going to be there too. We will be there. DT's getting married the day before the convention, and we're probably going to go I'm probably going to go Friday and or Saturday. I have to see who's there.
Yeah, it's a shame if I wanted to go there, I have to spend about £1,500, give or take,
Most
just to cover the flights and the hotel.
Conventions we do between
Yeah,
flights.
you're not as lucky as I am. It will cost me about $3,000 just for a flight ticket over there.
Yeah, to run a booth with everything involved is around $10,000 base cost, which is why we're not doing a booth this year.
The enemy has started to once when the
Luckily, both my trip to Vegas in 2012 and 2016, pretty much between the flights and the hotel, is pretty much identical cost. 1,300.
Youch. SFOM last year. No, last year we just went out to enjoy. The year before that, I drove to Vegas from Chicago. 3 days. 3 actually really nice days. I enjoyed that drive. We had a good time. It was a good convention. And I was, had I had time to plan this a little bit better, I would have driven out this year. But that means being away from the dogs for almost 2 solid weeks. The hotel was the cheap part. Everything else is the expensive part.
Usually is these days.
Yeah. Well, we have friends who live out there. So, instead of eating at the hotels and stuff, they're like, hey, we know this great little place. We'll pick you up and drive out there. Like the appropriately named Tacos and Beer place, which serves, guess what? Tacos and beer. But it was really good. Well, my AP damage is done. And hopefully I'll get my cosplay costume done this weekend. If they're doing a karaoke party, those things are usually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I still have photos of the Priority 1 group when some of them did karaoke.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have the official karaoke night, which used to be J.G. Hertzler. He's there this year. I just saw that he's going to be there, so that'll be fun. And I got my Tetrion damage, so now just out to shooting things.
deploy the stitching anchors.
I'll go for... I'll go for 2.
Stitching anchor deployed.
So, Esvon, are you coming from the west coast or from the east side of the country?
Stitching anchor deployed.
Oh, okay.
Projecting shield
I
down.
haven't been out there in a long time.
Projecting
Yeah, I was in Carolina for about a week in Charlotte.
What I find really interesting is Creation used to just do Las Vegas, and now they're doing a Star Trek conventions, multiple ones all over the country. So right after Vegas, there's one in Chicago, and then 3 weeks later in Nashville, both of which are really close. Okay, 5 hours. Really close being a relative thing. But both are close enough where I could drive out in the morning, do a couple hours at the convention, go visit relatives and friends and fleet mates, and still be home by dinner.
Chris? Chris, behind you. He only got your back.
So it's interesting, I have a little ship here labeled as assimilated ship that is exploding but still has health on it as it's exploding. That is a tough ship. We're not dead yet!
The limited time rewards have ended. You can still see out
Oops, I forgot I had the other channel still running.
You destroyed a Borg assimilator before it could escape. Well done.
Got one.
Shield fully deployed. Stitching AK-3.
Ah, the
Good
id
morning.
sound effect is back. Yay!
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings. I should finish up in a moment here. And that one's cooked. Yep.
Observe.
Oh,
Something
awesome.
is disrupting the stitching network.
As Fawn says, I'm not going alone. My mom's coming along as there's people she wants to meet as well, and we tend to have a lot of fun together at these conventions. My son and I do that too.
Destroy them both.
We used to go to the Star Trek conventions together. And we always had a blast.
Disabling the sphere launchers will give us an edge, but the Borg will regenerate. Confirmation. The Borg assimilator has been destroyed.
One down. Dance party time is starting up in a minute, folks. If you want your dance parties in. It's a Grass. Good morning, Grass.
Good morning.
Guten Morgen.
Network is now operational. Sealing the vortex.
B. Gates,
Say again.
how are you doing?
Doing okay. Just woke up a little bit ago. Just
Well, technically I've been awake for 2 hours, but I just woke up a few minutes ago myself. It was in the room when I was doing the dance party at 5. And I know he's talking to, and my brain is just not able to process words till the coffee hits the bloodstream. So at some point, a little bit later today, it's going to register words. And by the way, there is, you were right about that episode. Those are definitely a dog species. See, part of my brain's still functioning. I think I'll take this tune over to Risa. Brain can't brain without coffee. Dang straight.
I don't know how long it's been since I've actually had coffee.
Hang on a second.
My ADHD diagnosis makes me incompatible with coffee.
It's been exactly now since I've had coffee.
Really, I use caffeine to self-medicate for ADHD.
Huh?
I use
If
caffeine to
I
self-medicate for ADHD.
if I touch caffeine, I start levitating, and
I
then
want to see
and
that.
then bad ideas start floating around.
I want to see that self-levitating thing.
No, it's
No?
like
Yeah.
Now that I'm in a place that actually has decent medical, I might actually be able to get some proper medications for it.
It can definitely help, yes.
Well, I have another name for coffee.
Mana? Gift from the heavens?
No, sadly, although it's somewhat related to D&D, somewhat, a poop potion.
There is that too, yes.
Sadly, the combination of caffeine and something in coffee just goes straight through me.
No, it's one of the functions, how it affects neurotransmitters. Let's see, I have got destroy destructible torpedoes and repair shields in space, so nothing really exciting on this one. Yes, D&D and poo, it all goes together. Ooh.
Yeah. Although, I actually did kind of, I did borrow a D&D thing that I saw on TikTok, for a campaign that I did. I'm not going to go into details without permission.
Yeah, I got kind of chewed out by somebody who was like, little too graphic there, Mom. Wouldn't you was graphic? Well, everybody else did. Okay. My husband served in Vietnam. He saw things that really bugged him. So when I got home one day from work and got into some graphic detail, he's like, nope, 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 nope. Don't, no. We're just not going there, ever.
You should ask me off air of the traumatizing stories my dad used to tell.
So last time I played D&D, this is S-Fun, we didn't even play. We just sat for several hours talking about random nonsense. Although in the process we found a pizza place that if you call a few days in advance, or a few days ahead of time, they'll make a giant pizza the size of a conference table. You know, I could find a really big conference table. But that would be good. Pizza. Maybe I need pizza today. All right. This tune doesn't have anything to even worry about. So what do we need to work on, folks?
I'm just about to get in game myself, so...
Oh, get your butt in game and let's do some pee-pee.
It makes stuff go boom boom?
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
I kept myself from getting up in the middle of the night to come up and play. The dogs decided to go out at some point, but they were being good. I left the doors open so they could go in and out. And it was deliciously cool and pleasant, and I thought, oh, I could just sit upstairs. No! You got 3 hours of sleep last night. You were going to stay in bed. Women, you went in bed. You're staying in bed. But I did hit my happy place in the game yesterday. Was able to get in and out of tunes and do 6 Horgon hunts with a minute and a half to spare. Chris, we could do... I don't know, what can we do? Well, we could do anything that's long enough for you to repair shields, or we could do a patrol like Ruins of Doom. What am I looking for here? Back Beach and Stone Arches. But half the fun of D&D is
Yeah.
just sitting around with friends.
Yeah, my main tune, I'm no longer going to be doing the summer event on them.
Oh.
Oh, I bought out the event, so I'm
Exploring
getting
beach is a
the
favorite spot for
dill.
hikers who want to get
Mhm.
away from the popular
And I don't need
areas.
dill on this tune.
So throw it on a different tune then.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I'm doing, because right now, it's gonna take me a while to refine dill on this tune.
There is that. That's why I'm kind of spreading this across everybody at the moment. If I look at one tune, I've only got maybe 1,500 favors after buying out a few things. And then I realize if you got 52 tunes, that's a fair amount of favors. Not that all of them are maxing out, because I still have 2 that have regular floaters.
Yeah.
And I had to do the artifact hunt with one of them this morning, and it's like putt, 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 putt.
Press R, grab something from the fridge, come back. You've got only 100 feet.
Yeah, he runs faster than his floater goes. And if
Yeah.
you've got the if you've got the board, a lot of times you can get there on the board faster than you can on that the floater.
Get out there and fly.
The tune that I'm on, as I said, it's gonna take me a year and a third, almost.
To refine everything?
Well, about 400 days to refine
Wow.
everything. And
That's a lot of dill.
Yeah, and that's not gonna include all the stuff that I'm going to be getting. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because
Because it's not like it's going to be just static. Gornalicious had something like 2 million in ore, at which point I realized I need to make the investment into a lifer for him, because otherwise I'm never going to get that done. Just remembering to click in every day was more than I could do. What shall we do, folks? We need some shields to spare, or shields to repair.
I would say I need some endeavors to complete, but then I realize it's pointless for me to do endeavors.
Are you maxed out?
Yeah.
Chris, Taz, Stargate Wars, any of you have endeavors you need to do?
All my endeavors are done.
All your endeavors are done? Stargate Wars? Give me a second. I'm going to pull up my other low-level account. Well, apparently that's not a legitimate account. Let's see what I mistyped. Let's see what Spoimler's got. Plasma damage in space and 2 Iconian TFOs. Let me see if I've got any plasma on this ship. Oh, I do. I have 2 plasma beams. What would you folks say to a gateway to Grethor?
Okay.
Let me put together the party. Or if somebody wants to invite me, that'd be easier than me putting the team back together. Who's ever in charge now?
Oh, I could join you.
Well, we have 5. Well, you could join, and then I wouldn't be in it.
No. If you got the people, it's fine. I
Yeah.
can.
I'm just trying to figure out who's in charge now.
Did you get the invite?
If you ask Loki, she
Maybe.
is.
Yeah, Loki thinks she's in
Oh,
charge.
apparently I am.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I do want to apologize for not being on lately in the evenings. To say I've been tired is an understatement. Try and be back tomorrow. We'll see. Next Thursday, though, will we be on? We might be on next Thursday for an abbreviated show. Check the private queue. I'll bet there's an extra in there.
It broke because I made you lead.
Oh, okay. Well then.
So
Fine.
you close in the UI and then reopening should fix it.
Say that again?
It's already fixed.
Oh, okay. Gateway. There we go. Let's make life even easier. I put us in a private party for Gateway to Grethor, so hopefully that will work. There we go. This ship is not very powerful, so I will tag along with somebody.
I will go left.
Well, then I guess I'll go left too.
Reinforcements are inbound. The starbase is secure.
Oh, jeez.
The shipyard is secure.
So the second to last episode of The Boys got so fucked up that the articles about it are locked behind walls.
Wow. I hadn't seen any reviews of it, so I hadn't even gone to watch it.
Which item? Which show?
The Boys?
The Boys.
I'm a good 4 or 5 episodes back, so I need to catch up.
Did you see the episode where Eric Kripke went into like this, split himself up into 7 dudes and ate his own ass out 7 times, and that ended up with a massive pink eye infection?
I can't say that I have.
Yeah, it was so bad that it's blowing up on the internet now. It's like
I'll get to binging and catch up here shortly.
I haven't even
the episode
really watched
was
much
so
this
bad
season.
that they are expecting him sabotaging the show just because he don't want to do it anymore.
I suppose that's one way to approach it. But couldn't you just turn it over to somebody else who does want to do it?
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
It's his show. He has made it from the ground up.
Yeah, I get that, but I also get being tired of doing something.
I mean,
Yeah, but
look at Seth MacFarlane.
this is bad. This is really,
Like
really,
American
really,
Dad
really
and
bad.
Family Guy. He's really not in the writer's room anymore.
Yeah, that's very true.
The troop transports from the starbase.
I mean, at some point, you've written everything that's in your head about where you expect these people to go, and you come into you can turn it over to somebody else and trust that they'll do that right, or you can try and stop it.
Or just ruin it.
Or just ruin it. Yeah, I don't know that that's really the solution. I'm going to take my toys and go home.
Starbase are moving toward the planet.
It started off so extremely well.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
read the comic that came out before the series. And oh my god, the comic was so fucking good. It blew my fucking mind. And when I saw that the series couldn't go even close to the comic, it was like, okay, this is gonna burn itself out.
The troop transports from the starbase.
Well, there's things you can do in a comic that you cannot do in a TV show.
Well, punching Queen Maeve's head clean off, he could easily do in the TV show.
But doesn't
But
mean
they
that the
kept her
network's gonna
alive
let
and
you
kept
do
her
it.
along, and now she's a Cyclops, and
The troop transports from the starbase.
So
I think if they had let the show be as is, instead of trying to edit it like a billion times over before they aired it, it would have been great. But no, they are trying to make a different bastard out of it, and I think Eric Kripke is really protesting this, but because putting in himself in a scene where he eats his own ass out 7 times, yeah,
it's a little self-indulgent of writing.
yeah, it was too much. It was like, yeah, all I loved about the show is now dead.
So it got me into not completely related, but not unrelated. Escape Clause,
Ah,
the book.
yes. Union News.
Yeah, Union is a really good book. Kind of in the same feel, but really, really interesting. And I'm thinking that would be a good series, except now, of course, with the boys, it would be too. It would come off as being derivative, even though it's not.
Yeah. So Jeffrey was actually working with a company to do a TV show,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up passing on it. But it was already in design phase for costumes and everything.
Wow. Well, given how many not successful TV shows are out there, maybe they'll reconsider it, or somebody will reconsider it.
Yep.
But one thing I am really excited about,
Yeah?
Back to the Future remake.
Yeah, I heard. And I think it was telling me who's playing the Marty McFly role.
Tom Holland. is playing Marty
That could
McFly.
be really
Why
good.
Marty McFly is there. Marty McFly and the dog is in the 4th movie. So
Really?
Tom Holland is a new guy. He's not playing Marty McFly.
So it's
He's
not a
playing
reboot
someone
then?
else.
I thought it was a reboot.
No, it's not a reboot. It's Back to the Future 4.
Okay,
Doc and
so
Marty McFly, the original actors, are in the movie as they are supposed to. Tom Holland is the new young guy who is going to
he might be
inherit
playing.
the franchise, I think it's called.
Yeah, he's probably. Is he going to play Marty McFly Jr.?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw a tiny snippet of it, and I saw Doc, I saw Marty, and I saw Tom Holland playing new kind of Marty guy.
curious where they're going to go with
Well-
that, but I will look forward to it because I really enjoy those movies.
Yeah, me too. Really enjoy them.
But first, we have Wolverine and Deadpool next Thursday night.
Can't wait for that.
Yep.
But yeah, like Doc Brown said, even what you saw in 2015, your future isn't written.
It is for the Dreadnought.
Yeah. But
Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom.
So much for that Dreadnought. All right. So there's a couple of YouTube videos out on Back to the Future 4, and there's the trailer.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I saw any trailers.
it would have to be filmed for there to be a trailer.
Okay, I'm looking at an old notice about that. So if you look under, if you just Google Back to the Future 4, this is what's going on, this is when it's coming out, and it's not happening. All in the same section. Okay, nope, that's an old one. I'm trying to find something reasonably current.
Axel Foley is back.
Didn't you watch that the other night, Ed?
I did.
My boss watched it, and was like, I watched 15 minutes of it, and then I went and watched something good, but I think it had a better response than that one. I think you liked it more than my boss did.
Are you familiar?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Risa.
So
I would say it's on par with Beverly Hills Cop 2, but not as good as Beverly Hills Cop 3.
why is it that the 2s tend to suck? And 1s and 3s are better. Star Trek being the exception, since both of the 2s were better than the 1st and the 3rds.
Because usually the expectation of it is kind of a letdown. Now, the only other exception to 2 being better than 1 and 3, Terminator.
Well, and Star Trek. I mean,
Yes. But yeah, usually it's like the first movie, good. Second movie, they're trying to recreate that. It stinks. Third one, great, because it's like, okay, they have 2 benchmarks to work on. And it's like, okay, what did we do right here in 1? Okay, good. What did we eliminate that doesn't work in 2 from 1?
yeah.
It's like, okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and item 10 work. Let's keep that stuff in 3 and go from there. So, something like that.
I'm always impressed with studios. No, off the side. There we go. Studios who go, hey, it's a Star Wars movie, or sorry, it's a science fiction movie. People want to see more pew pew. And as it turns out, people want more characters. But no, we have to do pew pew and big effects and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's like,
But they don't actually listen.
Yeah. Give us a good story. Give us good characters.
Welcome to Risa.
Yep.
If it happens to be on a frozen ball of a planet, okay. And can you throw in extra boom booms as well? Yeah. Just make sure you're giving us a good story.
Yeah, there you go. Give me the good stories.
Like Hellraiser 2 and 4 are probably my favorite of the originals.
Sorry, cleaning out my inventory so Sav doesn't yell at me. Or cleaning up my inventory so Sav doesn't yell at me. There. There, it looks all pretty and shiny now, Sav. See? See, it looks good now, Sav? Are you happy with me, Sav? Am I good now?
Oh no, 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 no,
No, no, no, no, no.
A clean inventory is 5 empty bars at least.
I don't
You
have.
only have
I only have
two
like
now.
6 bars in that whole thing. Let's see. Well, I should get my little butt off to work this morning so I can leave early and hopefully get everything handled for the wedding today and be done with that. It occurred to me, I've got to get everything into a suitcase. Oh, shoot, I don't have a suitcase. So I guess number 1 on the list today is going out and getting a suitcase.
You could borrow mine.
Oh, I need one. I'm going to have to get one anyway. But I did see the coolest one. They have a Star Trek suitcase that's done as a TNG uniform. But they want $300 for it.
Wow, that's a lot.
I would pay. I would pay for one that looks like a Spock coffin torpedo.
Oh, that would be really amazing. I was thinking about getting a plain black one, which, by the way, you cannot get plain black suitcases. They all have stuff on them, and spray painting it. And then it occurred to me, if it's really cute, somebody will steal it, and that's going to have my costumes in it. I'm going to go for a generic suitcase. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go to work. And I will be... Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Not doing this today. Like I said, going to try and do wedding stuff and play some game. We'll be around. So everyone have a wonderful day. And as we like to say, stay moopsome. Moopsy, moopsy. I'm waiting for somebody to say it.
Moopsy, moopsy.
Thank
moopsy.
you. Thank you. Take care, everyone.